You better not come back broke.
You better make that shit.
You better show me that fraud money you're talking about. To episode 114.
Thank you.
You get me? 114 of the After Tales podcast. It's your boy, the one and only J-Double O straightening. Yeah, man. As always, today is a Wednesday. By the time we finish, it's gonna be Thursday.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm most definitely gonna leave here with something.
Night shift.
And it's your boy Nicholas D. Harvey, aka Mr. Straight No Chase. So don't put no chase on him a drink, please do. Don't worry about me, man. Worry about your blood clot credit score, worry about your social credit score, your financial credit score, and your personal credit score. Please do. And for the rest of the year, the game's in trouble. Started off small, now they're paying me double.
It's your boy Kofi Jordan, aka Uncle Kofi, aka the one that's holding down a little cold, but it don't matter. I'm still an OG. On these little Henny, a little rum, and I'm back to my fixing ways.
Facts.
Yo, youngers don't know shit. And we keep it going. And I always say each and every time, I'm Mr. Great Area himself. I'm always old enough to yo mama. I'm still old enough to
yo auntie.
Coming to the end of the year too. So you know the New Year's Eve evening events gonna be popping. Catch me there. Yes, with a Bluetooth in the left ear. You know how that go down. Alright, so first things first.
That's actually a sick theme for a party, you know. Uncles and aunties.
Uncles and aunties, that's not bad.
Man, say
oh no, save that.
Be sick, Uncles and aunties.
Yeah, uncles and aunties.
Not bad.
Kofi looking like some old nigga.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, we've got the leather loafers on. Shit.
We got the open button
with
vest.
no socks.
With the
and that nigga got chest hair.
Might even just get fake ones to slap it on there.
Slap it on there. Yeah. With the low button thing.
Yeah, I might have to ask you where you get that hair from, fam.
And also pull up with Guinness bottles too.
Yeah.
But we really put Supermart on there though.
Yeah.
No, I don't like Supermart stuff.
Wow.
Let's not get into it.
You don't have to. Real uncles do.
You know what, to be fair, yeah. It's all right. Yeah, first off again, like, comment and subscribe.
Facts. Are you straight? Blocking the camera.
Cool. No, because the way that I was sitting. But yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. Pause for it. That's all you need to do. Alright, cool.
Your favorite uncle.
They did that shit. Firstly, I think we have to just on a culture thing. R.I.P. TakeOff.
Oh yeah, you really read my mind. That was the first thing.
R.I.P. TakeOff. Man. Like this is insane.
Where was you lot when you found out the news?
It's in the gym.
On the toilet.
In the toilet.
And this came out on Tuesday.
2 days ago.
Tuesday?
No, I think I was having food at my dining table still.
Yeah. No,
yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday.
It was in the daytime though, right?
Yeah.
No, it was.
It was early yesterday.
Oh no, depends.
I found out late.
Yeah, I found out early still.
Early. I found out like in the night.
In the night?
What, like in the night of
before
what that happened?
Before I was about to go to bed.
Oh, word.
So you must have found out on a Monday then.
Yeah, or Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I found out Tuesday morning.
Late still.
Yeah, that's mad.
I didn't believe it.
Yeah, I thought it was some bullshit.
Yeah, at first I thought it was some kettles that reportedly TakeOff got shot. I said, you shoot TakeOff.
I saw on Instagram there was one like J. Cole page that I follow. They posted up a picture and it was like with J. Cole and TakeOff. Like, RIP TakeOff. I said, ain't no way,
bro.
And the first thing I went, Twitter.
Yeah.
Bare like.
Once you see it's real on Twitter, then you
like
know.
Bare like established pages, like proper like magazine pages and stuff. News publications that like.
I was like, yo, because
just dropped the album.
Just dropped an album and
new video was coming.
New video was coming out at the time, so they dropped now. And I'm like, fam, it was insane. Because in my head, my first thought was just like, one, America's got to stop these gun laws, fam. Like, these gun laws, they have to get patterned because shootings and killings out there are too frequent. These are rappers. We've been knowing about rappers getting killed for years, of course. But in terms of like in short periods of time, people don't get shot like this that often, bro. Like this is insane amount of rappers specifically, these types of people getting shot all the time. So that was the first thought. Was like, these gun laws are ridiculous. Second thought was, of course, like, okay, black people stop killing each other. This is false. But at the same time, it's like, if niggas can kill a member of the Migos, no one's safe, bro. Like, guaranteed, yes, you got Pop Smoke. He was just getting kind of hot. He was a big artist, but he was one of them artists, kind of like a Central C, where it's like, you're bigger than you really are. Like, your songs are ridiculously massive. But you're still my man from round the road. And like, you're still a little homie. You're just mad rich right now, and you don't know how to move. You ain't got security guards. You ain't got things organized and stuff. Migos been getting money for years. How the fuck they end up in this situation where homies passed with no security, mad local? Like, I don't get it. You lot are like bigger than the Beatles type shit. Right? You men are massive.
It is. It's
a scary time,
bro. But that's part of it, because I feel.
Very scary time.
They try to change every aspect of your life, but that aspect where they think they can still chill in the same areas, chill with certain people that in the hood they were haters, but they're trying to act kind of cool now because you get me. You could potentially put them on, but you haven't yet. Like, you have to be cleverer than that. And from the way it was, they said it was over a dice game. If it was initially, then you need to know what who you're chilling with. You get me on that level.
Yeah, it was in Houston. Bowling.
And then the second report said what actually happened was you got caught by a stray bullet. That it was wasn't Quavo was arguing with someone else.
Yeah. So basically, and this is of her hearing a lot of stories. So obviously, the real story hasn't come out yet as we're filming this, but in terms of what's been going on right now, this is what I'm getting from this. Initially, yes, the dice game was going on. Some gambling, but this was after a party. So Jay Prince, if you know who Jay Prince is like a Diddy, like a Diddy mogul of Houston. Isn't it? Like, he's like Diddy, he's like Dr. G, he's like one of them niggas where it's like, nah, if you want to come H-Town, you're trying to
not get touched.
If you come to death row, you get me. he's that Suge basically.
Don't say too much.
But anyway, in Houston, if you tapped in with him, it's like with Drake. Drake was obviously tapped with Jay Prince. You know, when Drake's got that bar, he said, I'm a Jay Prince investment. Push. Like, Jay Prince
killed off the beef with him and Push.
Yeah, Jay Prince is an OG.
Yeah,
Jay Prince got a son, Jay Prince Jr. Jay Prince Jr. was running a little party at the bowling alley. Do you get me? He was even on his story. Like, I went to his actual page. Like, everyone talking about Jay Prince Jr. guy. I was like, call him, go on his page. At the time, 12 hours before, it was like, yo, pull up at the bowling alley, have a party. So he's for the party. Cool. Migos is down there now. Migos and obviously Jay Prince and them man are like, cool, you're with my son. You lot are straight. Do you get me? Everything's good. Now, fast forward. Quavo's gambling. TakeOff ain't gambling. Get me? He's just in the back chilling. Just like TakeOff always has been on every single video. Anything we've ever seen him, TakeOff is just chilling. Lo and behold, Quavo's having an argument with some guys, and shit just goes left. Do you get me? I don't know who he was arguing with, what the argument was about, but he was arguing with some guys. Shit went left. Guns got drawn. Now, people are assuming that guns got drawn first on the Migos side. People also assuming that guns got drawn on the other side with them Houston man them. But obviously no one knows facts yet. But allegedly, guns were drawn, shots were fired, TakeOff got hit. But TakeOff weren't in the argument on some, he's fighting someone, but niggas was just getting in a ruckus, and then TakeOff got shot basically. So in that regard, in that manner, it's a tragedy to the community. It's a tragedy to the hip hop community. If you like hip hop music, you like the Migos. Guarantee you've heard the Migos tune. You've heard Bad and Bougie. You've heard features. TakeOff's a massive part of Migos. It's just sad to see. It's sad to see another rapper, but it's sad to see a rapper like that. Not to say anyone else deserves to die, but a rapper like TakeOff, someone that he was chill, bro. He never dissed niggas like that.
That boy was 28 years old.
Like, bro, he was. You know what I'm saying? He's a kid. Like, he's the nephew of all of them. Like, it's rough to see. It's hard to take because, like I said, if niggas is close enough to kill them, remember the Migos, bro. If you ever touch wood, you ever hear someone like Drake got smoked, bro, don't be surprised. Because man, them like the Migos are massive. Like, they're every single time they're wireless. Even at the point where we're like, why are they even here? They ain't even dropped nothing. Do you get me? They're just there all the time. Every single
UK
year.
And that love has always been
Migos
real.
Always there. Like, for the past 4 or 5 years of wireless, they're always there. And we're like, bro, why?
Slamming it down.
What was the last time you heard the Migos dropped in the last year? But they're still here.
Still slamming it down.
These lot are massive.
They've been having hits and all of that.
So that's where it's like, for me anyway, in that scenario, I'm like, raw, Johnny's right. Like, Man, they probably got to the point where that part of their life, they're still trying to be a little hood. Get me? Like, we're just gambling. They're outside the board. This is like, okay, for preference, this is like, bro, like, like a Westfields. You know, like a bowling like West, like they're outside one of them basically, like just literally outside, like just gambling on the side, like throwing dice on the floor. Like that's what they would do, like chilling, not doing nothing serious. You get me? Like outside a closed venue, talking and arguing. Like, brother, what you lot are the fucking Migos, bro. Like, go do. Where's the security? Go to the cop. Go. You don't know what time it is out here. Like, it's mad out here. Rappers are getting shot all the time. So, yeah, if Americans don't pattern these laws,
been a month since you lost P&B Rock.
Yeah, they just need to pattern these laws, man. In my opinion, they have to pattern these laws.
How do you pattern it in a country so big with so many different states, and each state has different
laws? I mean, in the South, they have to organize that car. I know they got it patterned in New York. I know in America they still got the. But for me, the reason why
South is gonna be
they got to pattern it because it's the underground market. Like I understand, legally, so most of the time, and believe it or not, but most of these states have actually got patterns where it's like, no, you can't carry unless you're this, that, and the other. Like you got a license and that. But in any single state, like you can literally go and buy a gun from surrounding corner. They got to stop things like that. Like you can't just go and access a gun from a shop. Listen, the dirty market, the black market, cool. It is what it is. Like we've got a black market here. We can go up the road and buy a gun for like $6K.
On I think Sunday in Brixton.
In Brixton, yeah. Like shootings happen here, but it's so unlikely because it's like, where are you gonna get a gun? You can't tell, man. Where you can get a gun.
It's one of them pirate shotguns, bruv. You know them dead things, bruv. That's what you buy here, fam.
But even then, like we ain't really like unless you actually know the people who are about this, or like reality is in the UK, you either know someone who then knows somebody who puts in that work, and then you've also seen the strap and you've seen them been fired. But in the US, it's a different thing.
Like, I told you, man. You can go to a sports director out there and go buy a strap. Like it's
mad.
It's ridiculous. It's literally ridiculous.
Like water over there. So for them, it's like them seeing straps and all of that is like. Even now, like man will still see some armed forces and hold the M60. I'm like, rah, it's a bit.
Yeah, it takes you back, innit?
Because man ain't used to it.
Whereas Americans, they see a gun. That's like us seeing a dog, fam. Like, okay, what breed is that? You get me? What type of gun is that? Okay, so like it's just normal. You don't see a dog every single second of your life, but when you do buck one, it's like, all right, cool, say nothing, and you just keep it pushing. That's how they see guns out. It's nuts.
It's mad.
So when I say pattern their gun laws, they need to sort out how accessible guns are. That needs to get organized ASAP. Like they need to take them out of the stores. They need to put them in specific stores and then limit those stores. They need to say you got to have one with a license or with a license only, but with a reason. So like in the UK, I can't just go and get a license. Like, I can't just go, like a driver's license, just go and like, let me practice how to shoot a gun and then give me a license. I have to go, tell them the reason why I want a gun, get the license, but the license can only be to hunt. Like I can only go and hunt. I can't. There's no. I just want one. No, you have to say you're hunting. Where you're gonna hunt? What place are you gonna hunt at? What's the company that that you can go to? Park up your car and go and start hunting in the area. Like that needs to happen before I even get a gun. Period. And then I have to lock it up. And they come and do regular checks. So they'll do random checks to my property.
And it has to be a certain type of gun as well.
Yeah, certain type of gun, certain size. And I have to have, you know, like if you buy like a mad car, like a Lamborghini, the insurance companies will say you have to have it on a drive or a garage, innit? So they will do the same thing with guns. You have to have it in a box, like a safe, but they'll do random checks. So they'll pull up to the crib, random. Like they'll come tomorrow at like 9 a.m. I'm opening the door, my drawers. They're like, you need to check where your gun is.
UK is one thing, yeah, but like I'll say this, innit? One, especially stuff like that, yeah, in terms of keeping gun laws in check and our healthcare. Bro, like we ain't perfect, yeah, but fam,
no,
like,
you're talking.
No, because it's mad. Because it's like, fam, that man there is like, listen, you can get the strap. Don't get me wrong, you can get that. But you see, when anything goes wrong, if you ain't got your healthcare in check, buddy, you can forget. Come to us.
What in America?
Yeah, bro. It's a myth. So it's like that free healthcare ain't there. It's done out here. So it's like, yeah, hold that down. Use what you're gonna use it for. Shit happens though. Don't come to us if you ain't got it covered, B. So it's kind of like raw, like alright. So obviously every country has its own madness there anyway, but it's like sometimes I do also just remind myself of the gratefulness that at least we're kind of under. At least at that anyway. But like, we don't know anything about dying rappers in the UK like that. And if it is, it's on some real gang shit. Yeah, these man over there is a dying breed, bro. And it's like, They're not obviously, yeah, they're rappers, but like these are just all just literally statistics of young black men who actually haven't either reached the age of 25, 30, 35. It's almost as if like, you know when them man say, oh, like you get your favorite rappers like Kendrick, like, bro, I didn't think I was gonna make to like 25.
Yeah.
Or Jacob, like, I didn't think I was gonna make it in my 30s when we were growing up. You're like, raw. And those aren't even our achievements. We're just seeing it like how when we're 30, we just hope to hit these strands.
Yeah.
Over there, them are actually saying, fam, I really wish I can
Just
actually
get there.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's an achievement for man to make it out. And I'm like, Ross. And it's mad, but it's so normal over there, innit?
And
it's like,
I think it is due to the gun laws. I think it's due to the accessibility of guns.
because I feel like, fam, I'll be real with you, yeah? If the gun laws were like that in US, I think shit would be mad different over here, bro.
What, in the UK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I generally feel like shit would be mad
Because it'll be scary. Because it'll be like, literally, this guy, not only could this guy be harmful, this guy could have a gun. This guy could end my life right now. Like, do you get me? Like, and he's just walking with his hands in his pockets. Like, at first, when we see a nigga with his hands in his pocket looking a bit nuts, we're like, this guy's moving nuts, but he has to get close to me to affect me.
And at least, yeah. And at least if it's a knife thing, I could just go stay away from my distance.
Exactly.
Fam, guns, brother.
I could be far, man. Just pap, pap, and it's
guns, I actually have to keep my distance because if I'm not in shooting range, I'm alright. But man ain't thinking that.
Exactly.
I'm just thinking fist fight, a little bat, little knife.
Yeah.
Man's not downplaying knife. Let me
No,
not get it wrong.
100. Knife is still a mad thing.
But man's not thinking when I go into a row, my man might have a strap on him.
Yeah.
Which still could happen, but it's very rare.
Very, very rare. Like ridiculously rare.
And then when man's thinking about the feds, the man's meant to be protected, man.
Yeah.
That man got the strap as well. I gotta be easy.
Bro, if the feds come, the feds ain't even got the strap. That's what's mad as well. We can't even be on some like, hey, nah, like if I feel like man's got a strap, man, hey man, feds is around the corner, I'm good. No, I'm not. Them feds will get shot, fam. Them man ain't got nothing. So
Literally.
the UK versus US and these gun laws,
It's
different because it's true. Them Americans, they grew up different, bro. They grew up thinking, no, because I'm talking about, you know, them autumn nights. You're 14 to like 17. You're walking home.
4:30.
Windy. It's 4:30.
Dark.
There's bare leaves everywhere. You're bopping. You're tretching in these kicks, yeah? Coming back from either school or a friend's house or whatever. You're thinking, right, it's mad late. It's hella cold. I need to get home now because it's dark outside. It's treacherous. Them niggas worrying about straps. We're worrying about like someone taking our phone and that, like, or do you get me? Someone trying to take man's food, like man's money or
honestly,
whatever.
my
like.
worst fear is literally the knife coming out, bro. Really and truly. That's the realistic side.
Yeah,
of things.
yeah. I feared getting stabbed when I was a kid. Still.
100%.
I feared like, bro, because I always had this vivid. I won't say this on the pod. It's kind of fucked, but I always had this vivid memory, or like picture in my mind of me like holding my stomach with like blood coming out, but I'm wearing a grey top. Like I've always had that in my mind. I've always thought like, if I ain't wearing grey, I'm calm still because I just always felt like that would happen to me while I'm wearing grey for some weird reason.
Yeah.
So in that scenario, I've always I've always feared getting stabbed. But again, these American kids, they fear getting shot, which is just a different fear because this getting shot could potentially just be instant, like boom, couple shots and you're done, and it's quick. Stabbings, it's like you get me. You can hold pressure. There's work. There's a lot more pain, but you confirm. We probably all know someone's got stabbed before, and it's like, cool, that happened to man, and man's here. But it's like, how many men do we know that's been shot? Do you know what I'm saying? Or been shot 2-3 times?
No man that's been stabbed.
There's not many men.
I heard a lot of people that said they've been shot and been still staying alive from it.
Whereas
now.
Americans, they probably know niggas that's been shot. Like, cool,
have you ever been around a situation where someone in the area has been stabbed and you've been there?
Yeah.
Been there, nah.
But
I heard it.
It was so quick.
Have you seen it happen?
Yeah. But I just didn't believe it. Like I was just like, I was literally there. Also, I'm not gonna say no details, but that's cool.
Did you know the person?
I was there before and after everything happened, so they made it alive. But seeing the process, it was just like boom.
Yeah.
You feel, oh shit, just like that. Because afterwards, really and truly, no matter what happened beforehand or in the middle, all anyone ever sees afterwards is just the amount of blood that spills, and then you think, oh shit,
it's real.
So you know, like when people do say man got stabbed and that, it's not really this big movie moment. Anything like it can be like, it could be that. It could be this. It could be smallest.
Something tiny. Yeah.
So
tiny thing. But
that don't
being
matter.
stabbed is
man
like,
got stabbed.
It happened, but it sounds mad. But it's like
we think of these big moments like, oh, the Rambo sliced his skin, human tissue. But we think, Bro, it literally could be so quick as like...
It could be.
Just like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, because it's happened so quick, adrenaline, all of that, all we see afterwards is just the amount of blood. And then obviously the details of the stories afterwards, like, wow, so that actually happened. So that when bear man give their testimonies, I'm like, I can actually attest into that because man's seen it. It's kind of like, wow, like, you gotta thank God that you're alive, man. Because the blood that you had, or like whatever you came back from, crazy. So, yeah, it's a very, very mad time. God only knows what the government in the US is gonna do, but I can only fear for how rappers feel even themselves now anyway. Because remember I told you when I was at that Hugo Boss thing, bro, Dave, yeah, he had two of the biggest men surrounded him. And that was a very crowded room.
Yeah.
Not to say anything couldn't happen, but the aura and the energy of that room wasn't really that. But I can't blame him. These men look like they're on job, and they're right to be. Dave is a very high-profile rapper right now. Anything can happen. People probably just want to teeth a little bit. They don't even probably want to kill.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. So when you think about like the mindset as well, these men also got on them as well. The limelight, it's like, raw. This is a very hard time for them.
And I think the tough thing is this, yeah, and it goes back to like scenarios that we can probably find ourselves in from time to time, where you might be at a venue, you might be at a party, you might be with some friends, you might be at an event that's a bit more community. Do you get me? And then you see like, oh, such and such is here. Oh, my man said, oh, this person. You're thinking, what? You're thinking, yeah, man's in the bits, like with his peoples. You get me? And it's calm, but that person might be of notoriety or high status. But you're thinking, right, he's come out, he's with his peoples, he's with the man them, he's with the gal them, he's just holding it down, he's having a good night, and he's gonna keep it pushing. But it's like it's them moments that goes left. If you think about all of them, like that have passed us, all of these man, especially in America, that their guard was down, they were chilling. Like what 6ix9ine was saying, like their man was slipping. Because it's
Pop Smoke was in his house, man.
Pop Smoke was baking in an Airbnb. Like what? Man can't be on holiday. You get me? Man can't even just bake in man's telly.
You know what's mad? The testament to what most of these like man from them parts of the ends was saying was like, nigga gave his location. Like, so? I'm like,
but the given location is techie. It's techie.
It is techie. Do you know it's like, bro, man ain't gonna be still expected to get killed in his own yard.
Yeah, sometimes you have to look at cool, the way they've been like living their life, or the way they've been talking about living their life as well.
Yeah,
it's like not to have no sensitivity towards it, but if you look at like the stuff that they were on, like sometimes like your past will come back and catch up with you. You know what I mean? So could be.
I think Nipsey's one did shot me the most though.
Nipsey's.
I think it shocked a lot of people the most.
Just it's tough. It's tough, man. And I think you do have to take it on a case by case basis, isn't it? And you have to look at the amount of good they're doing versus the amount of bad they've done. Or whatever.
Yeah, I put the good, his character, and just the location, and the fact that all three of those factors happened on that day. Like you talk good, he was Nipsey. Yeah, but the good what he was doing was for his community. But he was at base in his home. But at the same time,
you have to look as well as, okay, what type of lifestyle is he part of? He's still affiliated. Yeah, his affiliations will bring him enemies naturally. Yeah. And for me, I think I made a tweet where in life you can't live a life without no enemies. Do you get me? So it's about being smart and like picking your enemies. Some people's enemies are the government. Some people's enemies are gangs. Some people's enemies are police. Do you get me? So the life you live will determine what type of enemies you have, and then based on that, that should tell you, okay, if like you need to take that seriously, and then you need to, you get me, protect yourself however you feel best. For example, if some people might feel protecting themselves the best is them walking around dolo but still being strapped or having a weapon on them, that's them thinking that's the best way to protect themselves. Whether they're right or wrong, it's gonna prove whether they live or out, you get me, whether you live or find out.
The more you fuck around, the more you'll find out.
Exactly. Literally, that's a sick video. But yeah, I think like, yeah, man, you just have to look at the type of lifestyle that someone lives, the type of lifestyle someone from. The sad ones is, again, the TakeOff's one, like he was just chilling, like he weren't really involved in anything, and he got caught off. But if that was a parent, they'll be like, listen, man. If say for touch wood, something like that, your mum saw that on TV.
Touch it, bro. Go on, just announce.
I was just saying, your mum what's it called? Saw that on TV and it wasn't TakeOff. It was like one UK youth. You get me? And he was like our age or whatever. But see, this is no typical like African sort of reaction.
Of course,
this you have to be. This is about being in the right place at the right time. Yeah. So sometimes you have to just, you get me, watch how you step, and if you know you're gonna be in a certain location, then you need to like, and that's one thing with me when I like, especially after you've gone through certain scenarios or maybe you have like family members who are living a certain type of lifestyle. I'm like, brother, there was times where I was like, and I think I was street smart from young. I was quite street smart from young because of like the stories I heard with my older cousin and all my older cousins. Like one of my oldest cousin, he's still in Penn till this day. But obviously my older cousins, the females, they were his age. So like Steven's sisters, all that, they were his. So they know, and you hear them talking, and you go to their house, or you go to my cousin's house. There's a madness happening in front of his house. I've been in his house while his house got shot. Like you get me. These things has happened when I've been there. So naturally, you just say, okay, you know what? Worst case scenario, you get me. If I go down the road right now and about two men and they're trying to be onto me, like, what am I doing? So I've already thought of that scenario. So if it did happen, I know, okay, am I running? What am I looking at my next exit? Okay, cool. If I stand and fight, how am I gonna do it?
Sometimes all these scenarios you're even putting out there, words can be your teacher, but sometimes life experiences, bro. Exactly. Sometimes you actually just don't know even when you're about to get robbed. It could be a simple thing like, bro, what's your time real quick?
But I'm talking about all of these from young, like it teaches you to be street smart.
100, but I also feel like that and experience as well.
Yeah, experience and the stories that you hear.
Stories is definitely one thing too, but stories are still stories. Like that scenario you had when you was on the bus, that's an experience that you already know. Cool.
There was a time, bro.